In a surprising turn of events, the Toronto Maple Leafs have made it clear that they're all in on Matthew Knies, rejecting any trade talks as the deadline looms. What does this mean for our young star, who's been lighting up the ice this season? With a stunning goal that left fans breathless and a breakout performance, his stock is rising. And so is the excitement around him. Join me as we unpack the implications of this decision and what it means for the Leafs moving forward. If you love the Leafs as much as I do, make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up to keep the conversation going. Matthew Knies, the rising star of the Toronto Maple Leafs, has just signed a new deal, but it's not quite what we all expected. Instead of a big contract extension with the team, Knies has become the new brand ambassador for Adidas Canada. This move showcases not only his on-ice talent, but also his growing influence off the ice. The Leafs made a significant decision regarding Knies by choosing not to entertain any trade offers for him leading up to the deadline. It's clear that they see him as a crucial part of their future, and with good reason. The 22-year-old winger has made remarkable strides since last season, and his performance has undoubtedly caught the eye of general manager Brad Treliving. Just think about it. Knies recently scored one of the most unforgettable goals of the season against the Pittsburgh Penguins, netting a clutch shot with just 0.1 seconds left in the second period. Moments like these not only define a player's career, but also resonate deeply with fans. His stunning goal has been a highlight, and it's no surprise that analysts are starting to push for the Leafs to prioritize re-signing him. But let's take a step back. In the latest episode of Real Kuiper and Born, Nick Kypreos raised an interesting point. He argued that every time the Leafs commit significant money to a player at this stage of their career, it often backfires. And honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Knies is clearly showing he can be a game-changer. On the other, the pressure of a big contract can weigh heavily, especially on a young player. Knies is set to become a restricted free agent at the end of this season after signing a basic entry-level contract with the Leafs back in April 2023. This season has been a breakout for him, as he's already racked up 24 goals and 44 points while averaging over 5 additional minutes of ice time. That speaks volumes about his development and the trust the coaching staff is placing in him. Now, let's talk about the implications of keeping Knies in the fold. If the Leafs choose to invest in him, it could solidify their core for the coming years. This is a player who could be a cornerstone, much like Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner. But the stakes are high. How much should the Leafs offer, and what does that mean for their cap space? Will this restrict their ability to make other crucial moves as they push for a championship? As a passionate fan, it's hard not to feel the weight of these decisions. Each contract and trade can set the tone for the team's future and our hopes as fans. So, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Is locking in Knies the right move for the Leafs, or should they tread carefully and avoid making a massive financial commitment? As we gear up for what could be a pivotal spring for the Toronto Maple Leafs, there's no shortage of speculation about who will take the crease when the playoffs begin next month. Insider Nick Kypreos has thrown his weight behind Joseph Woll as the go-to goalie for the Leafs, and honestly, I can see why. This season has been a roller coaster, and if the Leafs hope to break past the first round and finally make a deep playoff run, they need a solid performance in net. Woll's recent form has been impressive. Just look at that game against the Colorado Avalanche, where he made 38 saves to help secure a crucial win. He's shown he can handle the pressure, and consistency is key in the playoffs. Kypreos mentioned that unless there's a dramatic downturn in Woll's performance, he seems poised to be the starter. And in my view, that's the right call. The Leafs need stability in goal, and Woll has been delivering when it matters most. It's fascinating to think about how Woll has evolved. Last year, he stepped in during the playoffs, replacing Ilya Samsonov, and won 2 straight games before an unfortunate injury sidelined him. That experience could serve him well this time around. He's learned what it's like to perform in high-stakes situations, and moving forward, that could be invaluable. Now, let's not forget about Anthony Stolarz. He's had a solid season himself with a record of 13.83, a save percentage of 0.98, and a goals against average of only 2.39. But the reality is, Stolarz has missed significant time due to a knee surgery earlier in the season. He's just starting to find his rhythm. While he's a capable backup, I think the Leafs are making the right choice by leaning on Woll for the playoffs. The pressure is on for the entire organization. The fans are hungry for success. We've been waiting far too long. If they falter again in the postseason, you can bet there will be major changes. Can you imagine the fallout if they bow out early yet again? It's a thought that sends shivers down my spine. I want to believe in this team, but the reality is they need to prove themselves when it counts. Thinking about the impact of these choices on the playoffs, it's clear that the goaltending situation is critical. If Woll can maintain his form and carry the team through tough matches, it could set the tone for the entire playoff run. The confidence that comes from having a reliable goalie can uplift the entire team. They'll play with more freedom and less fear of making mistakes. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Joseph Woll truly the answer? I'm torn on this. While I believe he has the potential, playoff hockey is a different beast. The intensity ramps up, and every goal counts that much more. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. There's a part of me that wonders if Stolarz could step up and thrive under the pressure. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you confident in Woll's ability to carry the load? Or do you think Stolarz could be the surprise element that turns the tide in our favor? Share your thoughts. Let's get a discussion going. As we all prepare for what promises to be an emotional and exhilarating playoff journey, don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay connected with everything Toronto Maple Leafs. This is our time, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds.